Today I'm going to talk about what I consider to be some extremely obvious hidden societal alpha. And when I say alpha, I am referring to some information or knowledge that most people don't know or aren't aware of or don't make use of, but some people do. And I'm gonna give some other caveats that I feel into this as an American living somewhere in America, and what I'm gonna say may not reflect like general literature, cultural consensus on this stuff. It's just my opinion. I give myself permission to be wrong, basically. So we're continuing at our shared peril here. And I have this seemingly simple wooden puzzle toy to work on. Yeah, so it's just the key in the lock. Like, I'll probably give this one a little time at the end. Assuming I don't make progress right now. Okay, so let's imagine two gold mines. Like they're nearest each other, people can see and have access to both. One gold mine is very thoroughly excavated and explored. All the big obvious hunks of gold are long gone, and it's gotten to the point where people are like analyzing the dirt for flecks of gold in the hopes of a little profit or gain, because all the obvious parts have been snatched away. In comparison, the other gold mine, yeah, the giant chunks are taken, but there's still a lot of kind of visible gold there. People just ignore it, or they are so focused, like culture and society says, hey, look for the flecks of gold in the dirt in that other gold mine. They don't think to give any attention to that less explored one. Yeah, so drum roll please. The thoroughly excavated and explored gold mine is what I'll call like a masculine motive, existing, working, relating with people. And the underexplored one is a more feminine mode of being and doing things. So what does that stuff mean to me? Yeah, I just feel into this, again, in America, like there's a very like daily rhythm to like work and tasks. Like, I felt this when I had more standard jobs, but yeah, there's like daily expectation of like progress, and just have a daily check-in on what you did yesterday and what you're doing today, and what do you have to report. And that mode is good for like nominal productivity and progress, and it doesn't account for the humanness of being alive, where some days just energetically, emotionally, physically, like a person may not have the capacity to like do as much on a given day as they did the previous day. I know of cases where like someone in a burst of inspiration or creativity like does as much in half of a day as they might have taken to do an entire work week. These things happen, like humans aren't robots, and so the kind of more masculine default working world ignores this fact and says, hey, every day work your 8 hours or pretend to do so, and we're all gonna, act our parts, pretend that that's just fine and dandy, and never change it. Yeah. So yeah, in contrast, like the feminine allows for, just like low productivity days, and along with like following the flow, where suddenly inspiration or a new idea strikes, or someone slept on something that they have a whole new process for how they might do meetings or talk to this client, or about the inspiration. It happens, and like that's a thing that can only be nourished when there's allowance of like a feminine way, where it doesn't have to be strictly do this at the time, update me daily, progress every day. There's more of a ease or relaxedness or space. Their spaciousness allows inspiration to strike. Like I think, I mean, meetings, for example, like, you know, imagine an in-person work meeting. If the leader is like pretty clearly like tense or like mentally distracted or angry or something they're off. They're like not quite there, but they're still like powering through. Power through is a very masculine frame. We're gonna power through the meeting, make sure everyone knows the things, everyone knows their tasks and deliverables and blah, blah, blah. The masculine would be to like ignore that emotional charge that's present in the leader person. Whereas with the feminine, someone might dare to ask like, hey, what's going on? Are you okay? Like, how are you feeling right now? Ideally like towards the start. And even maybe just like a minute of time and space given to that person's emotional, energetic like contraction. Just the acknowledgement that they're whatever, tense, angry, underslept, whatever the cause is. That could just allow them to notice it in their body and relax and be more at ease. And yeah, like maybe the meeting goes more quickly, or it's more, what's the word, convivial? Happy, everyone's more happier, knowing that like there's not this tension that's like spreading from the leader to the rest of the participants. And maybe like some, new idea burst forth that was only allowed because there wasn't so much energy given to try and like placate this person's story that they're okay when clearly they're not okay. Yeah, so it's kind of a paradox, but like there are ways like the feminine, like allowing like a feminine motive, relating, doing work stuff can be more productive than the masculine. But it's not always measurable, and it's not, it can take like unknown amounts of time. And so quarterly reports and weekly goals and daily shipments and launchings cannot kind of allow that sometimes to their peril. What else? Yeah, I'm even thinking for myself, like in creative work, like I'm doing daily vlogs, 30 days of vlogs and 30 days in April. It's a very masculine framework. Like there have been a few days this month, a few mornings where I'm just like, don't want to. But I told people I would do this on March 31st. I told myself I would do this on March 31st. So, feelings be damned, I'm doing it. And it does feel good to do it every single day, even though the energy wasn't always there every single day this month. So it's fine. And like the feminine mode could have allowed me to take 1 or 2 days off, or I could have specified I might take 1 or 2 days off at the start, knowing, most likely I'm not going to be energetically super on board 30 days in a row. And then who knows, like I might just like had a much better day if I took the day off there, or had a amazing idea with the pressure off to deliver something that morning. Like I could have had an amazing, crazy, world-changing idea for the next day. There's my ego just popping in there. Hello. Yeah. Yeah, so for me, like the feminine like acknowledges like the existence of like human embodiment, human emotions. Like masculine work society says, be productive. I don't care about how you're feeling. The feminine really cares a lot about how you're feeling. So alpha for you. Is there some place in your life where you could experiment with just 10% more of the feminine 10% more of the feminine way of existing in this context, like with a close relationship, or doing a creative project, or with your work, or with family? Can it be a little less like, gotta do this now, or like, a little less rigidity around what to do, when to do it, how to do it exactly. A little more allowance of being in the present moment with whatever a situation is, not necessarily having to adhere to this plan we decided beforehand, being with what is as opposed to what we chose or decided in a previous context. Yeah. Yeah, it's the alpha. Enjoy. Yeah, you know. I'm gonna shift to like a little puzzle time. Let's say like 5 or so minutes, because it's just like the key's in the lock and there's no other stuff. Like, how hard could it be? So we just hang out here together for a little bit.